I start out with over 1.3 kilos of scrap gold jewelry. We add it to an electric furnace and melt the gold, and then I add pieces of sterling silver to reduce the carat of the gold down around 25%, or 6K gold. Now I use a graphite rod and stir to make sure I got a nice even alloy. Next, I pour the molten gold into water to form granules. Then we transfer the imported gold out of the metal containers, rinse it off with a little bit of distilled water, and then put it in a large 5-liter beaker. Here's a look at the 6K imported gold. It is quite beautiful. I put the gold in a fume hood and add some nitric acid to get it kicked off and started. And then I add the rest of the nitric acid through a delivery tube system that I have set up. After about an hour and a half, all of the acid is expended, so I pour the solution off into a jar and save it because it'll be loaded with silver. We finally got all of the silver and base metals pulled out of the gold with those nitric acid boils. So now what I'll do is I'll add some hydrochloric acid, set it up on the heat, I'll measure out some nitric acid, and we'll start adding small doses of nitric acid to form aqua regia until we get all that gold dissolved. Once all the gold is gone into solution, I add some sulfuric acid to precipitate out any lead that may be present. Then we pull it down off the heat and allow it to cool and settle. I use a vacuum bottle to draw off the settled liquid. And once we get it all drawn off, we pour it through a filter to filter out any solids that may still be present. I transfer the filtered liquid into a large beaker with ice, and then we add sodium metabisulfite to precipitate out the pure gold. I rinse the pure gold sponge over and over with distilled water to get all the chemicals off. Here's a shot of it. It's absolutely beautiful. Then we transfer it to a drying dish, and I put it up on some low heat until the powder is dry completely. Once we got it dried off, we transfer it over to the melt table, and we start charging the crucible so we can get this large charge of 25 troy ounces melted. I'm using 2 torches to preheat the mold because 1 torch is not big enough. And here we go, the charge is molten. We're going to pour us a 25 troy ounce pure gold bar. And it came out looking fantastic. However, I did incorrectly turn off the oxygen on the acetylene torch that was used to preheat the mold, and it caused a little scar there on the surface. There's just a little bit of carbon that got infused on there. But man, this bar is gorgeous. It weighs just shy of 25 troy ounces. All right, this will conclude the video. Thank you for watching.